It's that time. We have made it through the age of Botvinnik, and now we're starting to get into, let's flip it around, the money that is Mikhail Tal. And Tal is a name that as soon as you hear it and you've studied his games, you know Tal is a psychological, thrilling player. He is very aggressive, deep calculator, seemingly boundless energy, and it's one of the most beloved world champions. Even though he had the shortest tenure as world champion, he was world champion for only a single year. So let's get started with this first game, and then we're going to have to revisit Tal in the next video as well. So it's no surprise to see Tal playing e4, playing open Sicilians, the most aggressive type. On d6, he plays the English attack. f4. Well, how often have you seen something like this? Bishop e7, queen f3. Which way do you think he's going to castle? Kingside or queenside? Queenside, because it's more aggressive. This way we can look to be throwing our pawns, try to rip him open. Yeah?
How does castling queenside when your opponent castles kingside help?
That is an excellent question. So the question by the student was, how does castling queenside when your opponent castles kingside help you? Well, this isn't like an all or nothing type statement. Remember, most of the general themes in chess are kind of like grammar, where we have rules like I before E except after C, but I can pick up a dictionary and look up like words that that rule doesn't apply to, right? It's just general. So generally, when we have opposite side castling, it just makes for a more aggressive game. Because let's think about a situation to where if I would have castled kingside, am I typically going to throw all the pawns in front of my king at his king? No. The reason we castle in the first place is to get our king safe. So it's going to end up in a situation to where we're not safe and we get killed. So when we castle queenside, we have all of this protection in front of our king. So we're able to use the pawns we would normally use for shelter to go after his king. And we want, like, our dream is to trade our two pawns for his two pawns, and he's going to be wide open. I'm going to move my bishop there, drop this rook over, and I'm going to mate the guy. Make sense? So that's the general plan of what we're going for here. So queen c7. Yeah?
So if you both do queenside, then kingside would be more aggressive?
Okay, so if both players were to castle queenside, it's a different type of game. So opposite side castling is usually the only type of position where it's throw it all at the guy. We're both throwing it all at each other on opposite wings, and it's a clash. Aggressive players really enjoy these types of positions. Now, if you castle the same way, it's going to be a lot of different factors will indicate what the plan is in the position. But these are generally the easiest to understand. Opposite side castling, this is the general theme. Okay? All right, so Tal decides, instead of going for this immediate plan over here, he goes knight db5 after black's last move with queen c7. Tickle, tickle on the lady. So the lady's got to move. And now he goes g4. a6. Attacks the knight. So let's go back home. Capture, capture, b5. And notice, white's expanding on the king side with his pawns. Black's expanding on the queen side. Whoever's attack is faster and more effective wins. It's a race situation. Who is going to cross the finish line first? g5. Seems like white's getting there. Knight d7. Completes development, and notice this bishop is going to be helping in the future from where it's placed. That's why it would be much better to put the bishop here than say here or here. Here it's pointing towards the king and effectively attacking. So b4. This is where the beauty in the game starts. Tal goes, you know what? Black's pieces are a bit awkward here. And my attack looks like it's going to be pretty good. And Tal's one of those players who will sacrifice a piece creatively for long-term compensation. He understands that the positional factors in the position and his ability to attack easily on the king side is going to be compensation for this typical Sicilian sacrifice, knight d5. You go, wasn't it free? The piece sacrifice is a positional one. Since it has been used to create an invisible barrier on the e-file, because e5 and e6 are controlled, the white rook will soon be moved to e1, and black's going to have some problems. Because where's black's plan? Is he just going to like push this pawn and let me take for free? He's going to need a lot of moves now, right? But notice white's coordination. Both bishops are beautifully placed for attacking. All we've got to do is figure out a breakthrough. f5. So he's trying to close the position. Attacks the bishop, defends. I want the position open, so let's crack this can open. Bishop takes f5, a sacrifice which says, take my bishop and I take yours. It also has the follow-up of the rook attacking the knight and the g7 pawn. See how his attack just keeps naturally and organically flowing? Nothing is stopping this beast from knocking at the door of the black king. Knight e5, a sacrifice in turn, because if pawn takes, we hang our queen, and if bishop takes, we're trading down. We need our pieces to attack. So, queen e4, attacking his rook. And black, being a talented player, Bent Larson, a renowned grandmaster, he's not just going out without a fight. Queen f8, he's attacking your rook while defending his own. He gets his piece back. Attack. And we get to this endgame. Pins make wins. Rook takes. Queen f4. And he's got a really nice threat here. Because if rook takes, we win his queen. And yeah, so say for instance if bishop takes d5, rook e8, beast mode. So rook f8, let's hold on to our extra pawn. Check, check, no more checks. Now it's my turn. Bishop c5, another sacrifice. Check, check. What finishes this? Uh-huh.
Rook f8.
Well, he would take with the queen.
Oh.
Uh-huh. You almost got it. It's back rank mate. You just got to figure out how to add a little bit more pressure here. One more guess. Uh-huh.
G6 with pawn.
G6 wouldn't quite do it. He'll play probably H takes. Uh-huh. I'll give you one more try.
Queen f7.
Queen f7. Because you read it. Queen f7. And now, can the rook take the queen? And if his rook takes your rook, what happens? Queen takes, check. His queen blocks. You take, and it's mate. So it's mate or it's mate? Mate, yeah. We can end it there. So, what's your guys' first impression of Tal? Straightforward attacker, right? Okay, okay, good. Oh, you wait for the next one. Next one, this is going to be dirty and disgusting and beautiful, and I'm going to love it.